Everyone, so I do want to know what are your goals for 2020 because our goals are to make a baby. I'm Pee-Pees.
Mm. Mm. It's made of a horn. I don't do stare-offs. I do stare-ons. Because the only way up is through. Ooh-ee-oo. I'm a polar bear. Trying to look like a monk? No. I grabbed my blanket and the ropes were up there. I was just like, I wonder if I put them on. So I put them on. And now I'm wearing the ropes and I'm wearing my blanket and I'm warm. And I did it because Katie's legs were cold. She need a blanket. She got her blanket. Whoa! Спасибо, Katya. I can do tricks. Oh, it's called something. There he is. You a bear, that's for sure. Boo! Did I get anyone? Holidays are over what? I need further description of the word gay. I don't want to assume which gay you mean. Oh. Welcome on, Marshall Mathers. Yes, for Kazo, I am very happy. Because that is the only assumption that will apply to me. Ooh. Okay. Yay. Fracaso da Velletri. Prego. Hi. I'm Phoebes. Yo, you know how to get comments? You ready? Watch. Grayson Riley. Boom. Instant comments. Maybe. Only if I say it without a prompting for comments. Then it'll. What you must do is give them the opposite of what they ask for, because it is exactly what they want. I have learned this. They say that, oh my goodness, you are like, you're not a model, you are the model. I don't even know how to describe it. I caught it because my hands are full. I want my MTV. You're getting it. Leslie, I didn't get to read the whole thing. Leslie, I lived in the car. My space is getting larger, not smaller. She says to me, the walls are closing in. No, the walls are expanding because I was homeless and on the street. And then I was in a car. And now I'm in an apartment. I'm gonna buy a house soon. The walls just keep getting bigger. And I don't know if I like it or not. Because it's like, I go out on the porch and I'm just like, nature. I'm a piece. Snap of a finger. Leslie, I'm not telling myself that. I'm telling you that. I'm in the apartment. I don't have to tell myself that. I just have to look away from the phone screen. And I'm like, oh, look at that. I'm not crunched in the trunk of a car. On purpose. Might be on accident one day, but never know. I'm excited to find out. Life can be fun if we make it. See, look at me. I'm getting... Am I getting anxious or am I having fun? Or is that the same thing for me? I think anxiety is fun for me. Is that wrong? I feel like I've just taken the worst possible stuff and I've made it enjoyable. Because, like, I couldn't get rid of it. And I'm like, I either have to enjoy this or just die. Yeah. Really, though? Because I didn't know how to get rid of it. Albert says, what kind of house will you buy? A gingerbread house. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. AE. I don't think I can answer that question. So. Grayson Riley is from the United Kingdom. Says Nerf. Yo, I'm watching the trolls troll the trolls. My mouth needs to stay shut, and the show. I get to watch the show. I get paid to watch the show. That's freaking hilarious. I'm entertained right now. I'm the one that's entertained. Mr. Question, I actually do not. Ever, believe it or not. Yeah, we went to sleep. What do you mean, have we gone to sleep? City Slicker. That's not cool. Guys, everyone always wants to make Josh content or entertainment, and I think I've been a party to that. I'm not anymore. I'm not. If I don't want people to make my life content, I can't make his life content. Whoa. I thought you slept during the day. We switch it up. Depends on the week. Depends on the day of the week. We obey Father Time, and he blesses our fruits with abundance and stuff and other smart things that I can't articulate.
You go for it?
Hi, Mari. I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you? I'm doing deep breathing. And it's super effective. Pew, pew. HP to minimum. She would. The brother of Better Call Saul. The brother of Saul. I haven't watched Better Call Saul, but I can say that Breaking Bad pretty much stole my soul. So I don't think I'll be watching Better Call Saul.
We never watched ICYMI, did we?
We did not. I don't desire to. All of the darkness needs to stay in the darkness.
Yeah.
I am the light. I'm really not. I'm just a wandering soul. If you're brand new to the broadcast, hi. Am I off work today? What does that mean? Cannot compute. Moonbeam. You know, that might be considered effective. I should try it when I'm not on screen. I think I'm gonna do that later. I have to.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I think someone's live.
Gee, I wonder who that is.
I wonder.
Let's see. Let's see what that tells me. Oh, look.
Oh my gosh, not Jimmy Soroka is live. Cookie Monster no more. Okay. What was I doing? Oh, by the way, this is all you.
Oh, it is?
Well, I mean, I'm going to be here too, and I'll say some stuff, but for the most part,
Hey, what's going on? City Slicker. I'm doing good. Well, thank you.
don't be nervous. He's so nervous, guys.
I was answering their comment.
Take a breath. It's okay.
So what's everybody been up to today? Let me take these off. Hold on.
No need to be afraid. It's okay.
Afraid of what?
They're not enemies anymore. They are people.
Happy New Year. Oh, that's good. I worked today, so I'm just getting home. Oh, sorry. Wee, I'm on the move. Ew. I didn't hear about that, did you? Hear about the boil water advisory? I didn't.
What?
That's what somebody said. It's going pretty good. Like I said, I just got home a few minutes ago. So doing pretty good.
Katie.
Yeah.
No more juice for me. I can tell you that sugar is most definitely my enemy. The enemy of my anxiety. Or the best friend of my anxiety. Or the catalyst of, however you might say it, is bad news bears for me. Can I hand you this?
Yeah.
That's sludge to me. I would die. I love it, but it's so bad for me. I can already feel it in my brain. I'm just like,
It's not good.
sugar. Sugar.
Okay.
All right, let's get the Al Qaeda video lighting fixed. Just saying.
At least you don't have the ropes in the background anymore.
Oh, where are my ropes? I was wearing them like a priest. I had them around my neck. They called me Reverend PPs. They weren't calling me that, but I've been called that, so I was like, let me just throw it around my neck. And then I wore my blanket, and it was kind of like wearing a, it was like wearing a cape, because the ropes held the cape. And I was like, Caitlin, call me Prince Aldalbert. No one knows who that is, but me and Caitlin do. Is that a thing in Snow White either way, or just in your book?
I think that was just in that Snow White book. When he's not a prince, I think he's just a lord.
Okay. I am Reverend Feet Piece, and this is my altar boy.
Oh my god.
Josh is drinking the Kool-Aid. He is. He's drinking actual, well, it's Minute Maid. This is so awkward. This video is like the most awkward YouTube video in the history of man. It really is. Wait. The spirit split into. Okay. There you go.
They're not very talkative, are they?
Not when you're nice to them. No.
I went to work. That's
I-
what I did. What'd you do?
I live streamed. I took a nap, and I'm live streaming again.
What? I'm just sitting here. They seem very quiet.
It's my scarf. I'm wearing a scarf. I can't believe people actually watch this.
Make a nice little hairdo. Make it look like
I had a bandana before. I'm gonna put a bandana back on.
maybe Willie Nelson, or what are you gonna do?
Who's Cujo? Because I wanted to say call me Cujo, but I don't know who Cujo is.
Cujo was a dog.
Call me Cujo.
It was a dog that was in
Ain't nothing but.
Stephen King, but it was a rabbit dog.
Katie's right here chilling. What are you doing, Katie? She's probably doing artwork. She's working on that. What is it? Channel art.
Okay, Willie Nelson. Thank you.
Oh, Josh, do you want to see the thumbnail? for
Thumbnails.
Today?
Psychic.
Like, you know how he is right now, like that was the thumbnail.
What? Can I help you? I'm kind of decorating here. I am decorating
some
my
dreads.
human form.
Make you some dreads and
I got my own dreads. They are made of cotton. Don't make the joke, Jimmy. Let it go. It wasn't about you. Reason for the rope? I don't think there's a reason. This rope has kind of just found its way around the house. For people to ask about the rope. That's the reason. There you go. Do we have weekend plans, Josh? Only in the bedroom.
No, I'm working tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's about it.
What's a weekend? There has to be a week for it to end. The days just blend. Klopp demands attention. Klopp, I'll tell you what. I give you props for talking about sports in the comments instead of anything else. Good for you. Good for you.
Yes, I'm off on Sundays.
Josh is so humble and respectful. That guys, this is where I'm learning it from. I know how bad I still am, but I am learning humility from this man. It's kind of wonderful. Oh, there's nothing more. If there's more, it'll show up.
Oh no, I just couldn't see it. I can see it better on there than I can up there.
You can see better. Oh, because of the light.
Yeah, I can see better on that one.
Is it because of the light?
No, I can just see that one better. It's my eyesight that I can see because I can see.
Do you want this
better.
then?
No, I can see it right
Here,
there.
okay.
I can see it.
What do you want to do?
I can see both of them. It's just easy. It was easier to read this one.
Okay.
is National Fruitcake Toss Day, National Drinking Straw Day, and National Chocolate Covered Cherry Day.
You're a chocolate covered cherry.
Aww.
You melt in the sun. And then you spoil. Katie.
Yeah.
Come on. I'm sorry. You taste very sweet, and you're an aphrodisiac.
I agree with you. I don't like fruitcake. That's not very good.
I definitely agree. Katie.
Yeah.
You're an aphrodisiac.
Oh.
You make me all happy.
You made me happy too.
You make me all feel good and other stuff that I can't say or be poor. Or stay poor. Katie.
Yeah.
My goal is to make you extremely uncomfortable. Is it working?
I'm a lot more chill than I used to be about that sort of stuff.
Hi, Trevor. This is Josh, I think.
I think so.
Depends on the day of week.
Today I am. I feel like today I am.
Klopp is part of the Feet Piece community. Klopp, thank you for being here, bro. Sup, guys? Who's Jimmy? I don't know, Philip. You've only been here for 4 years. Deep breaths. Ever tried ketamine? Nope. It sounds really, really bad for you, though. Oh.
Never heard of it, so I don't know.
I wonder if I do this long enough, my brain will, like, be able to do things. Like, think like other people do. Because I think I just have so much blood that goes to my brain since none of it goes down south. Because I'm lazy and I have no libido. So all the blood's in my brain. It's just, I mean, it just works so hard all the time. Because all the blood's in my brain. That's cool, Philip. I have had the time of my life. And I can't sing too long or I'll end up. We're getting paid to be roasted right now. You know, you're making money, right? You want half the money from this video? This video is gonna make like $50. I'll give you $25. What do you say?
Hey,
Cool.
take it. Why not?
Cool. It's yours. Done. I just made up the numbers, but
hey,
whatever it makes.
Whatever
you
you
get
get,
half
right?
of it. There you go.
There you go. Sounds good.
I'm paying you. Like the plan is for the future. They're helping us create that future that they say can't happen. It's literally happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Fantastic. You can come sit on my lap, or do you want to stay behind the screen? You can bring me comfort.
I'll come over for a little bit.
You don't have to. I can be a man here. I'll be okay. But if you'd like to come over, you can.
I have to finish the thumbnail, and then I'll be over. Well, I mean, I can't finish the thumbnail, but I can
Okay.
finish some of the art for it.
Hey, Josh.
Yeah.
You came up here because you wanted my job, right? You were jealous?
Yeah.
You jealous anymore?
No. No.
Why? Why? I mean, my
mean,
life is... You should envy it,
It's
right?
It's different. I'm gonna say this is different. I'm gonna tell you it's different. It is a world of difference. That
You sure you don't want to do this? Oh, come on. Everybody wants it. Everybody wants to do what I'm doing. That's what they say.
that's what they say. Yeah. But
Trevor, it's all good. We're chilling. We're not very defensive people. So what is fee piece? Fee piece isn't a what, it's a who. Hi. It's my nickname. Ooh, I have new DNA relatives. 42 people who share DNA with you have joined DNA relatives over the past 30 days on 23andMe. I'm going to go visit my DNA relatives. Open 23andMe. That's Ancestry. It's not 23andMe. Oh, props to whoever is trolling is Josh on Twitter, by the way. Josh, they're saying some pretty funny stuff. I'm not gonna lie.
I can imagine probably.
Mm-hmm.
That I don't think so. I'm not a big gamer person. I used to be when I was younger, when you had Nintendo and had Super Mario and all that. Now I did like all of that, but
You guys?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
and I did have the Wii. Now I did like that when that came out. I had that for the bowling and the tennis, but other than that, I'm not a big game person.
Ask them what games they want to see me play.
Yeah, that is a good question. What games? Because we were talking about that last night. What games you'd like to see him play? Because I like some of the games, but I'm not into the Call of Duty and all those ones like that. But I don't even know what's out there anymore, so I couldn't even begin to tell you what's out there.
Could you read the answers if they're saying them?
Yeah.
Thank you. I want to see 23andMe. I want to see if I can find more of my family.
The Sims. One of them says The Sims.
32.5% British and Irish. That wasn't an attempt at a. That was just.
That was a bad accent if that was.
I wasn't really trying that hard.
I'm glad everybody thinks I'm still on Twitter because that's just amazing to me. Everybody thinks
Josh,
I'm still on there.
Josh, if you let them get you triggered, they're gonna play with you. I know you think you want somebody to play with you, but you don't want this job. Don't let them play with you.
Nope.
Third to fifth cousin. Oh my gosh, it's a second cousin.
City Slicker likes Wheel of Fortune. Plays
Cool.
on PlayStation.
Josh, just don't like. They,
That's funny. That's funny. I told you. I just look at it and
you
just
know
keep
how to
going.
make it funny?
I just look at it and keep going. Yeah, I told you what I do. I just look at it and keep going. I don't pay attention to
Yeah.
it.
And they say stuff like that because they literally want you to feel that those things are real because they realize they can manifest that because they're like killers. That's how they stay. Because they're actually the ones that live on a couch and do nothing. People that say stuff like that,
Mhm.
and they suck your energy and watch you die because that's what they do to the people around them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I said I pay attention to it, and then I just...
70, 80, 90. I have a second cousin from Montana who's in their 90s.
Wow.
And we're actual second cousins. Well, it says may share great grandparents. I'm gonna add a connection.
Scooby-Doo says Jeopardy would be nice.
Jeopardy.
Yeah.
These are all adult games. I could play Super Mario.
That was the one I used to play.
Your mom what?
They're going too fast now. I can't.
I'll take a look.
Yeah.
My mom, Naoke says my mom won't let me do the 23andMe or Ancestry thing because she thinks the government will keep my DNA and use my results against me when it comes to health insurance or something. Oh, wow. That's a good racket. Not a good one, but pretty, I mean, that could make sense in a world of conspiracy. Interesting. People are worried about Pep. He ain't winning the league, says Clap. Peppa Pig is playing in a league. Peppa Pig.
Who?
You know Peppa Pig?
Who?
Peppa Pig?
That's a new one on me.
Peppa.
That's a new one on me. I don't know.
Peppa.
That's a new one on me. That is a new one on me.
Wardy says hello. You remember Wardy?
Oh, hey, Wardy. Yes,
He's over there.
Oh, I was listening to you.
I'm busting. There's Peppa.
This is Peppa Pig. It's like a Starbucks for little kids.
How about Fortnite?
Okay.
I was doing Fortnite.
Never seen that. That's a new one on me.
I get so frustrated with Fortnite because I'm not good at it, and I'm so good at Call of Duty, even though it's just constant loops. Me and Katie might start. If we don't have enough upload speed for both of us to play, but Katie and I would like to play together and like live stream it on this play on the same team. That'd be pretty neat. Well, if that's true about 23andMe, was it asterisk? I have Olympic genes, so yeah. So hopefully I get better health care or something out of it. I don't know. They disclosed that they are now selling genetic info to drug companies. Good, let them know that I don't need them. Scooby-Doo says, I'll check back when you guys are gaming. Stay cool. All right, Scooby-Doo. Have a good night. I might game a little later tonight or not. I don't know yet. Guys, the less you stress me out on the live stream, the more that I will live stream. Just so that you know. Because I do. It actually does take quite a hit on me, and I've always ignored it. But now that I'm all relaxed and everything, I hop off of live stream and I fall asleep for 3 hours. It's really taxing. Naoke says, Josh, will you continue to update my Twitter for me when I die? Trevor says, why are there so many haters? They're not haters. I literally get paid to like live on my couch and he pays my bills. So of course they're like upset with that.
Yep.
They're not, you know, they're like, hey, you're not allowed to do that. And I'm like, why not? we're all cool with it. That's what we're doing. Okay, so read the comment first and let it stress you out. Okay? You read that?
Yeah.
Now read the username. In your head. You know what it says? Because that's what I did. I read it. I'm like, oh no. And then I read it. I'm like, oh. You don't. It's inappropriate. Did you play the new Modern Warfare? Not yet, Callaway. I don't have a system. Yet. Thank you, Trevor. I appreciate that. Trevor, here's what I say. That I used to be sexist and racially intolerant. Not racist, there's a difference, but racially intolerant, meaning like I was very ignorant about what was okay and what wasn't. Because I grew up on a farm in the middle of nowhere. So I got a lot of flack. But I'm an adult now, and I also now live in the real world where it's okay to be who you are. Well, I mean, it was always okay, right? But I grew up in a world where it's literally like you had to give someone else permission to be themselves, which is ridiculous. That's how I was raised. Grew up in a very tight-knit community. Kind of like a cult. That sounds hectic. It's getting less hectic every day, which is good. Oh my goodness, Naoke. Banjo-Kazooie was my game when I was little. When I was in my early teens, Banjo-Kazooie was my life. Do you know what Banjo-Kazooie is?
Don't know that
There was a
either.
bear. There was a bear that had a bird on his back, and they fought together and went on adventures like Donkey Kong.
Huh.
It was so cool.
It's new one on me.
New one on you.
I hadn't heard that one.
You're hip. It's out of place. You should probably fix it. Bye, Boomer. Bye, Boomer. Do you know what a boomer is? Baby boomer? Like old people? Bye, Boomer. Okay. Trevor goes, is it like a BDSM type situation? Because I like that as well. No, it's just a headband, and I'm a heterosexual male. He's a heterosexual or homosexual, or Josh doesn't know yet.
Who knows?
We're done deciding
Who
for him,
knows?
and he's not ready to decide, and that's perfectly fine.
Whatever happens, happens. Who knows?
That's right,
So
and that's actually totally fine. I mean, I know you know that, but I obviously didn't. AE says, Josh, you look handsome. Get out there and date. Yeah. I was saying to him, I was like, Josh, you have shaped up. We walk out that door. He got so skinny. And you look at him, and it's not just being skinny. It's like he has that bravado now. He's proud of himself. You tell him, tell him about that girl at work?
sure.
Oh, no, Josh, you say whatever you want. I didn't mean to call you out. I was making content. I was having fun.
Well, I'm not gonna see her anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But
Well, hey,
unless I go back up there, I could go up there. You never know.
she might be watching right now.
It's true.
You never know.
Who knows?
You don't know.
Don't know.
I get people all the time say there's someone else they know. There's like, hey, you were watching him. I'm like, I'm not even popular.
Huh?
But someone shared it. That's
Who
all
knows?
it takes. Someone's going to share you.
No, I was working, and I saw this waitress, and at first I didn't like her. She just didn't seem very friendly. And then all of a sudden, after did I shave my head before Christmas or after Christmas? When I shaved my head, it's after Christmas, right?
Oh, I don't remember what I ate for breakfast.
I think it was after Christmas. Anyway, and on Christmas Eve, she came up to me and she told me that she had made some dessert. To go get some. I said, okay. And then after I shaved my head and went back to work, then she started talking to me more and more. And I found found out that she wasn't that bad.
She wants you to give her feet some peace. You can help her put them up in the air. Welcome to Feet Peas. Josh Cook edition. Get ready for the Cookie Monster. Tastes like chocolate chip. White chocolate chip. Am I making you
Oh
uncomfortable?
my gosh, have you guys ever had...
Katie's like distraction. Go ahead.
Ever had the chocolate chips that taste like peppermint? The peppermint chocolate chips on Christmas time?
You like them? We can get you them.
I've never seen those.
Let them screenshot. There we go. Rumor time. Rumor time. Oh, please. Oh, please. Josh, take a breath. You go, yep. No, hold it in. I'm breathing. I'm breathing. Oxygen is for weak people. Oxygen is for losers. Here, Jimmy, I give you all my money. Here's my oxygen, too. I won't take in the oxygen in the house. You can have it. I love you so much. Let me put it in your bum. He's not, guys. When he came, absolutely. And not in the way he wished he had came. But he's changed a lot. He has grown up so much. You should be proud of him. He's grown up a lot. I was scared to death. And I put the fear of God in him, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Josh, I'm saying it.
Yep.
I've told him, like, look, I get it, but like now we're all trapped here. So let's figure this out together. Because we either all make it out or probably none of us do, because they're going to lock me away. They're going to lock you away. And then, you know, Kate's cult is going to lock her away. So, time for adulthood for everybody. I just want to celebrate and have a good time. What's the matter, Josh? We were sitting watching movies.
Yes.
We were sitting watching a movie. We were watching Maleficent.
Oh yeah, Maleficent.
And Kate always said, she's like, Jenny, when you're wealthy, will you have like a pet cat? Will you have a cat that you sit and pet? Like, you know how the rich people, they're like, people don't do that. But that's Katie's idea of people with money. And Josh is sitting there, I'm like, yes.
Yep.
Okay. So shout out to Fitness Devotion. She goes, for being haters, y'all sure give him numbers. Thanks, y'all. Fitness Devotion, I appreciate you being here. Josh, you're a good, strong man, says RJ.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Sheila says, why is Josh paying your bills if you get paid? Why? That's obviously a question for Josh. If I get paid, why are you paying my bills? It's a very simple answer. You don't have to be political.
I mean, it's just
I don't get paid
the way
enough
it's going.
yet.
That's just the way it's
Very
going
simple.
for right now. Until
I don't get paid enough yet. Josh.
yeah,
Josh.
until he gets paid more, and then
Josh.
why not?
Josh. It's okay. If you're mad at me, let them know.
I'm not.
I don't believe that.
Oh,
Josh, it doesn't.
them,
Here's what I'm going
because-
to say. Helping somebody out doesn't make you a wuss. They're the wussies.
Yeah, I agree
They're
with
the
that.
wussies because they're like somebody. The government pays my bills.
They could do it if they wanted to, but nobody wants to do it.
Josh,
They
the
could-
only
they could
people
do it.
who have a problem with what we're doing are the people who are sucking off the government or hate their life.
Yep.
And that's why they need us. They need us to show them that it's okay to live on the couch and still have a good time.
Yep.
It's okay. Life is simple. You don't have to work for a living. You can live to work instead of work to live.
Yep.
I live to work. Okay. Trevor goes, hey, the term cult is not a bad thing. It's a fun cult. No. No.
I love some of these comments. They're hilarious.
I glaze over most of them.
I do. And then I read a couple of them that
Take a deep breath with me.
are
You ready? You ready, Kate? Josh, take a breath. They're not even here. Dude, they're not even here.
No, that's a bad picture. Josh, what
Josh,
about
don't
you?
smile at all. Just flat. That works too.
Hey.
Then show me your eyes were half closed, so. You guys let me know if you like that or not.
I look nuts, and he looks right. You look like a cancer patient, and I look nuts. We both look like hospitalization is
They
necessary.
look good.
We need to make it look how we want it to look, not how it is. Yes, I said it that way on purpose because it's freaking hilarious. Looks good to me.
That
What do you
looks
think?
better, yes, that looks
Yeah.
a lot better. Yes.
It's just nerves. All
That
you're
was a
seeing
lot
for you,
better.
I think, is just nerves.
Yeah. I don't usually take good pictures when I take pictures. The good time to catch me in a picture is like when I'm
All
not,
natural.
when I'm not paying
When
attention.
you're sprawled out, and I'm just, yeah. Yes, I
Yeah,
agree.
when I'm not
When
paying
you're when
attention.
it's impromptu for you,
Yeah, you're
a
just
very
snap it and
candid type
then
guy.
just do it. Yeah,
That's the old pictures you showed me when you were all
Mhm.
happy and stuff.
Yeah.
A little bit happier than you are. We're gonna get you happy again.
Yeah.
You're gonna get you happy.
Yeah, that's the way.
And you're gonna get me
It's
happy
just
again. That's what's happening, guys. Josh is
Yeah.
helping just as much. We're all helping each other.
Yeah.
Well, Kate's just helping me because we're not in a polygamous relationship. But, you never know. Give us time. I'm kidding. Both of them are against it. And me, I don't double dip. No one. We're just going to totally disregard that. Okay. That's fine. That's when I know I've said something inappropriate. When not even the haters acknowledge it. When no one acknowledges it, that's when I officially know I shouldn't have said it. Okay. Klopp goes, Klopp used to be an adventurer like you until he took an arrow to the knee. Did I kill the mood?
I don't know.
No, everyone will lie to me. I swear, just to make me
I feel
happy.
Like I'm so, I
Just say it.
yes.
I ruined the mood.
Yes.
I apologize for my inappropriate joke. I am still getting over sexism. Okay? I was raised in a home where equality wasn't exactly a thing. Everybody had a place. But I definitely had tomboy sisters. That's a fact. I'm just a scumbag. I don't know that I like myself all that much. But I'm working on it. It's like, think of it this way. People just keep being negative, and so like I want to get nastier. It makes me want to say things I don't mean that are mean on purpose just to piss them off, even though it's not me. Like that double dip joke, that's not who I am. But like I literally just want to say it to piss them off because I am so annoyed by it. But I know it makes me more money either way, so I'm like, you know what? Let them think what they want. I'm getting paid. Let me piss them off more, which makes me more money. I don't care anymore. But I do care. And that's the point. It's just me getting back to a healthier place. Childish, says Kimberly. It is childish. I agree. But so is your constant comments. You're just as pathetic as I am. And pretending that you're not is only, me shoving the hose down your throat farther as you drown. Like, I'm the one making money. Be miserable. But misery loves company. So, if I'm miserable, more of you want to be here. And we make more money because more of the world is miserable than happy. So really, if I want to make the most money, I should be as miserable as possible. But then I'm miserable. I don't want to be miserable. I'd rather be half poor. You know, I'll take the middle class and happiness. I'm cool with that. I don't need to be at the top and just like, ugh. Kimberly, J-O-B is pretending. Because you're poor. Poor, poor, poor. I'm rich. I'm rich as can be. I don't need money. Rich as can be. I got friends who don't want to be my friend because I'm so cocky. I'm so cocky. I'm so effing cocky. But they're making me grow up. Joe Johnson, and you're in my broadcast. I am happy to be your entertainment in return for my free spot on the couch. Make as much money as you want. I got a free spot on the couch. You have to work. I get to sit on the couch.
That was a good joke. I like that one.
I missed it. What was it?
Hold on. Where did he go? Where did Trevor go? That one.
What did the ocean say to the shore? Nothing. It just waved.
I like that one.
Trevor, thank you for recentering me. I appreciate you recentering me. And Trevor, you now understand why I have haters. But thank you for recentering me. Well, we got the comments going. We're going to get more viewership.
Yep.
Is it worth it, though? It's just, is it? Maybe it is.
Might be. I mean,
Katie, can
I don't
you
know.
still love me if I'm just completely awful on purpose on camera? Like, if I just dig into them on purpose, are you
worked
going to
before.
hate me? It did work before. Maybe I do it on purpose now.
Yeah, worked
It's,
before.
because before it was on accident.
Mhm.
Before it was like
Yeah.
defensive. Let me
Yeah.
be offensive on purpose.
yeah.
Why not? I'm so good at it. I'm serious.
I
What?
mean,
but
as
what do you
long-
want? Here, baby.
Yeah.
But I love you.
Yeah.
If it's gonna make you miserable, knowing how I make my money, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think.
And then the fans don't get acknowledged. But I acknowledge the fans in private. I talk to them in Snapchat. I talk to them in messages here. I don't get any messages anymore because YouTube like changed. I don't know. I don't get messages anymore. I don't know how that works now. I can't figure it out. But Snapchat's doing good. I want you to be happy, but I also want us to do well. Can you stomach me being a jerk to the public and letting them think that I'm a jerk when really it's not me being mean to nice people, just being mean to mean people, giving them what they're asking for? They want to fight, give them a fight. And then we make so much more money. And then when you can buy whatever you want, are you really going to care what I say to bad people? As long as I leave it on screen? Because you leave the J-O-B at the J-O-B. You know?
Yeah.
Right, Josh? You don't bring your work gossip home.
Nope.
Let's just have fun here.
Yep.
But at the same time, is that what we want? I'm struggling so badly
feel
with
like-
that.
I feel
I
like
really am.
that- okay.
I'm trying to be everybody but myself. You know who myself is?
Who?
I live on a couch and you pay for it. That's who I am. I love it. I get off on that. Do I really get off on it? No, not at all. No, I would love to be their friend. Right?
Yeah.
But they're too busy trying to justify their position. But I don't have to justify mine because I'm chilling on a couch. I got nothing to justify, and I love it that way. So let me poke at them and make money doing it. And let the world think I'm a douchebag. Let them think whatever they want. When the camera shuts off, you know who I am.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. Or is it? I don't know.
I mean, I think you have to find a balance because when you're being offensive on
It's so much
screen,
fun for me.
It is fun, but then sometimes you get too emotionally involved. So I think you gotta strike a balance. Or else it's gonna eat you.
So it's learning how to figure out those ebbs and flows.
Yeah. Because I don't want them to eat
Because
you.
too serious is
'Cause
they're not
I-
going to. Well,
I
they
know.
are. You're right. They will. Because there is power in numbers.
Mhm.
And even if they're my numbers, they're coming at me. So I get that.
You can't eat him. That's my job.
You're my favorite human in the whole world. As long as you keep feeding me, putting me on a leash, and making sure that I procreate, I'm happy as a clam. What do you call a cow in an earthquake? A milkshake. Just fitness devotion. All right. I want the comments spammed with jokes. Spammed with jokes. Let's go. Katie, I think we should go back to Periscope too, by the way. I hate it, but we should literally just let it sit in the background.
I mean, if we just let it sit in the background, I'm not opposed to that.
Here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
We go back to Periscope,
Yeah.
then people will be like, oh, well, we shouldn't come to YouTube.
Yeah.
And I would rather them in a safe place on YouTube than sticking to Periscope, where, like, their death is imminent. Literally, people die from being on Periscope.
Yeah. I just think we should avoid the
I know. It sucks so bad because there's the people that really need us, that's where they are. And you know it.
Yeah.
But I have finally learned you can't help people who don't want to be helped. But does that mean you should hurt people that don't want to be helped? That's the part that I'm trying to piece together. It's not good to hurt people. But is it okay to hurt people when they're hurting you? No. Because that's, I mean, eye for an eye type thing.
I like that one, Trevor. That's pretty good.
What you got?
What did baby corn say to mama corn?
What?
Where's popcorn?
That is adorable.
I need a break.
Okay.
As we can all tell.
Trevor's got some good jokes, I'm telling you.
Josh, you should see the channel art Kate is creating. It's so simplistic, and yet it fits the channel perfectly.
Oh, that's good.
It's
She's
great.
doing good.
She's great. Oh, here's your toothpaste, Katie. Oh wait, is that my toothpaste or is
No,
it?
Josh's
That's Josh's
toothpaste.
That's
toothpaste. Sorry, Josh.
Well, it's okay.
I was gonna say that's not organic. I can't wait. You know what? I will finally feel like I've accomplished something when I can afford to buy non-cancer water, to buy water that doesn't kill me. Then, and obviously,
But Trevor's just going to town, I'm telling you.
of course. But that will be a victory day for me when we can afford that. Josh, feel free to keep talking about them jokes. Because the crap I'm spewing is not productive.
I'm still reading.
Save the show, my friend. Save the show.
Trevor says, my daughter used to swallow coins as a kid. I've definitely seen some change in her.
That is hilarious. Right, can we shower tomorrow? Like right after Josh goes to work?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, because I am in need. We wash my shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Pants.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Josh, if you can read them on the screen, then you're looking at them, which
Okay.
makes it better.
Okay.
Because I have a feeling that you're going to want to start your own channel one day. I can tell. I'm not stupid.
Yeah,
I'm more than happy to help you with that,
Yeah.
but I don't think you want my fans. We have a very different demographic.
That's a different, yeah.
Well, we might not. I mean, like I said, most of mine are Gen Xers, so aren't you? Is that what you are? You're not old, but you're getting there?
I don't know what it is, yeah.
That was just a mean joke. That was a shot. Guys, here's the thing. You have to understand that most of the things I say, they're really just jokes. You can call me insensitive, but it's like people need to learn to take a joke and have some thick skin. I used to be thin-skinned, so can we just joke around? It's okay that Gen Xers are getting old. That's life. We get old. I'm 25.
All right? I'm twice your age. Right, Josh?
Yep.
Josh, who's my big man baby? Who's my man baby?
That's me.
That's my man baby.
That's me.
My big old man baby.
That's me. Yep.
And who's your who's the dude who has to ask 14 times what time you start your shift tomorrow?
That would be you.
Yeah. Who's the guy who never leaves the toilet seat down? Me. No, I'm just kidding.
That is one thing I'm really glad about you, that you're always good with that.
Grew up in a house for mostly women. So, I get it. Katie.
Yeah.
I think the reason I'm taking all the liquids is because I want something to eat. Do you think that's going to be okay? Or no?
Well, they say that, what is it, 60%
Who's
of the...
they?
I don't know the internet.
Alright, gone then.
Okay.
When you have a good one. Alright, we got a credible source. Doesn't have to be PhD. Doesn't have to have a degree, but
Okay.
professional.
What do you call a herd of sheep falling down a hill?
What?
A
Haters.
lamb slide.
That's
I told you Trevor is on point. I'm telling you. He is on point.
pretty good. It's just Katie. I'm gonna have a meal.
Okay.
And Josh can play this game as long as he wants, and then because I'm done.
Okay.
I'm bitter. That nobody's done anything wrong to me. It's just I think my anxieties are hitting me.
Mm-hmm.
It was all that sugar, and there's sugar in the milk. My powders will be here soon
Wait. Did you fill this whole thing with milk?
No.
Okay.
because I do have care about myself. We've gotten that far so far.
Yay! Progress.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll do turkey until I can afford the lamb chops, and then that'll be that powder and lamb chops. 1,200 calories a day. Now, there may be calories in some of those powders.
There is.
Katie.
What?
I don't even have them yet.
Oh,
You've never even seen them. I'm talking about because I got the rest of them.
Oh.
That's why I got the blender, because some of them are like protein mix. They come out the way the consistency is like protein mix. I'm gonna play chemist here and figure out what's best for my body, because you saw how good the powders I was using affected me.
Mm-hmm.
did you guys hear about Dave?
Mm-mm.
No.
He fell into an upholstery machine. Don't worry though, he is fully recovered.
Oh, I got it. I get it.
I got it too late, but I didn't get it. I want to have the Hungry Man meal, but I just had one, and I know Josh loves those. Josh, you and I are going to be fighting over the mega meals until I can afford regular food, or healthy food. I mean, you got to have some of this Nashville hot chicken. I haven't had it from Mega Bowls, but I had it down in Nashville. Obviously not going to be the same.
Never had it.
Nashville hot chicken. Do you want me to bore you with a story? You can say no. Please say no. Please, I'm begging you to say no.
Probably not, because
Thank you.
that I don't hear it.
You don't know how to
It's
say
just-
no, do you? To anybody.
I don't.
You're too sweet.
No, I
You're
don't.
too nice of a guy. That's why we balance each other out. That's why we're good friends.
But yeah, I will try. If you make it, I'll try a little piece just to see what it tastes
Yeah.
like.
Now you're allowed to say no.
I mean, I don't.
You really think I shouldn't?
I really think you.
You know what I'm
should.
craving?
What?
Like breaded chicken.
Breaded chicken.
I don't know why. Just breaded chicken is. I like literally. It's in my brain as if I have to
Like
run
fried?
after it like life.
Fried chicken or?
Sure, breaded, fried. I don't care.
I think we have some of that in the freezer.
What? We have. What do you mean?
Like, I'm sure there's something to that effect.
That's it's in my hands.
Oh.
But you probably. I mean, can we open it and just have some of it?
Sure.
I'm gonna eat all of it. You know me.
Yeah.
That's ironically.
Do you want me to heat it up and then only give you a portion and put the rest of it
I'm
in the
gonna.
fridge?
I'm gonna eat it. You're gonna fall asleep. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna eat it.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay.
I don't. People do not tell me what to do. It doesn't matter who they are. It never works. Now here, like I have my limits, right?
Yeah.
People don't tell me what to do. I'm smart enough to listen to sometimes.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. I'm smart enough to realize that they know better sometimes.
How do you get a phone drunk?
How?
You give it screenshots.
Ooh, I almost spilled my mouth. We give it screenshots.
That's adorable.
Everybody ready for bed?
Mm,
Because I think if I shut this broadcast down, I probably don't need the chicken.
okay.
Josh?
Yeah.
Are you good for the night?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
Because I'm stressed. That's why I want to eat. I don't think I'm hungry.
Oh wow, you're popular. Look at you, Josh. You got 108 people. God, I'm gonna owe you the money for this broadcast. Why did I let you be on here yourself? Now I owe you money.
So they're reading there. Oh, that's funny.
Josh, they still think you're dumb. You weren't dumb when you
funny.
came,
That's
but
funny.
everyone treated you like you're dumb, so you never leveled up.
Yeah.
But because I treated you like you're smart, what happened?
Mm-hmm.
And you treated me like I was smart, so what happened?
Yeah.
We both leveled up.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh wait, we are smarter than making stupid choices. We can. Jimmy can calm down, and Josh can act with intelligence. We're not stupid and manipulatable. Manipulatable? Why not?
Sounds good to me.
Why not? Why not? Let them think what they want. What are we though? We are impressionable. I know you want us to stay on, but it is time for me to shut down. And I know I see it starting to affect Josh, and I don't want him to go to bed with negative thoughts. So we love you guys. We recommend that you be off of YouTube for an hour before bed, and I'm gonna probably break that law tomorrow. So suck it, guys. I love you so much. Welcome to Feed Peace, the most positive, negative, neutral community throughout social media, aka just a community. Feed Peace out. Oh, dramatic effect is gone. Do you want to retry? Let's find our own joke. You know, let's make a joke.
I'm no good at that, so.
Why did Katie cross the road?
Why?
I don't know. I'm too busy chasing after her.